Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. We are here, ladies and gentlemen, to view the big showcase we've been doing for the Gran Turismo Oldies over the last couple of weeks. And this week, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at League 3 on their Round 3 race. This will be in some Group 4 cars, and it'll be a sprint format. 2 25-minute races on racing medium tyres. It's an all-out race, I tell you, and I am very much looking forward to it. So far, we've looked at League 1 at the Oval. I always want to say Detroit, but it's Daytona. And we've watched the League 2 at another American track, but I can't remember now. It's and now we are here at Laguna Seca for the third American track in a row, I believe. So what have we got in store here then? Shall we introduce ourselves? They've qualified. Now there is something in the rules that say the top 3 of the table qualify on medium tyres and everyone else qualifies on the racing soft tyres, but everyone races on the racing medium tyres. But when I was looking at their little rule book, it's quite good. It's only 1 page. It's really easy to get through. And that's where I get all the information. I know this was done. This is round 3. It was on the 21st of September. It's at Laguna Seca. It's set in the evening. The time it will change at ×1. They're using Group 4 cars. It will be a grid start, and there is a sprint format with 2 races of 25 minutes. But then it says tyres quali, racing mediums, race tyres, racing mediums. So they may have all qualified on mediums. I am not sure. Ow, I bit the side of my mouth then. I'm not so sure. But if we go on that, we'll just watch it as the race as it is. These guys know what they qualified on, and they know what's the schnizzle. But I think if I had to call the top 3 in the table, they seem to have qualified. We'll see. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, without further delay, let's meet League 3 then. They've already cracked on for a couple of rounds, and a couple of them have had some good racers behind them. They're embedded in this manufacturer's cup so far. Right then, on pole position then, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Ferrari. Hello, sir. Yes, very good. RPD Racer, ladies and gentlemen. I introduce to you RPD Racer. And he is calling from across the pond. In second place, ladies and gentlemen, is Old Dude. Old Dude in the Pug. And I think he's been having a good season so far. So, Old Dude, second on the grid. Third, we've got another Pug. 2 pugs. They're obviously quite handy around Laguna Seca, the Group 4 pug. And third place, that is Risky. Risky, ladies and gentlemen, in the pug. 2 pugs in the top 3. Fantastic stuff. Fourth, ladies and gentlemen, is MGF in the Renault. It's very French orientated around here, isn't it? Au revoir, monsieur. So a Renault for Mama Gonna fudge you right up, sir. Looking very good indeed in the Renault. Fifth on the grid, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's a good old-fashioned shag. It's loud and proud racing, ladies and gents, and we have Stretchy here. There he is. If he was number 4, wouldn't that be something? Stretchy 4. I don't know how you get skin in there. But Stretchy sitting in 5th place in the Jaguar. And then in 6th, we have a little Alpha, and it's Raven, ladies and gentlemen, with a bit of a JPS twist to it, the Lotus twist in Formula 1. I am here for it. It looks absolutely smashing. So that's Raven, ladies and gentlemen. They're sitting in 6th at the moment on the grid. 7th is the Genesis, ladies and gentlemen, and that is piloted by Motto. M-O-T-O, Motto, ladies and gentlemen. And it's looking rather glorious in the Hyundai. 8th place in the it is Oil Pressure. It's like some of these people are just naming off car parts. Oil pressure. There's one called pedals coming up next. So oil pressure, sitting in, what position was that? 8th. In the Burtmer were looking absolutely splendid. In 9th place then in the Toyota, it's pedals. Pedals just behind oil pressure. It's not bad. They're quite cool names, actually. Pedals. It's like they're part of a crew from Fast and Furious. Hey, man, come and meet the crew. Hey, we got pedals in the Toyota, and I've got oil pressure over there in the BMW. That was my Vin Diesel impression. Are you impressed? I don't even know what Vin Diesel sounds like. 10th then is another Alfa Romeo, and that is of Nathaniel, I think, Hornblower. I just call him the Horn. I'm just letting my cat in the conservatory because I am, I'm their servant, it seems. I signed up for a lifetime of servitude when I decided to get a cat. Big Dan in the chat saying hello thingy, and Ensign Newt saying, where's cigarette lighter? I know. Vodka Rob in the chat saying, good evening, sir. Yeah, oil pressure and pedals, part of my crew. And there's Hornblower. So Hornblower, that's kind of like it, the horn. So we've got the horn, the pedals, we've got the oil pressure. And who's bringing the tunes, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, is that a Porsche? Is that a Porsche? It's my favourite already. Oh, yeah, it's Dubs. At Dubs. Dubs is bringing the tunes. Pedals is bringing the pedals. Hornblower is bringing the horn. Oil pressure is bringing the Castrol. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, that is our grid lined up and primed, ready for 25 minutes of battlage around a very tricky track. Good job they're in the Group 4s, because good night in the Group 3s. Corkscrew, oof. Wait a century to put the accelerator on. Right, the lights are on. They're ready for us to get going. I will delay no more. Roy Quinn in the chat saying morning thingy. Morning somewhere, sir. And the lights are out. And it's racing, ladies and gentlemen. RP Dracer has lost that one. Oh my God, a crawl off the line for the Ferrari, and Mama gonna fudge you. Flew through where from? Fourth on the grid. The Renault absolutely flying there. Old dude holding on to that second moto in 3rd. Oh, someone's way off. It's a shag. I think that's Stretchy. Raven up to 4th in the Alpha, and RPD Racer gets going eventually. And he goes for the move on the Alfa Romeo up the inside. Can he make it stick? And he does, ladies and gentlemen. The Ferrari up and at him now. It's awake now, ladies and gentlemen, from a sluggish awakening. Raven then, he's not going to be overtaken that easily. He's coming through, but the oil pressure is on the case here, ladies and gentlemen, in the Burtmer Were. Risky in 7th with the Hornblower in 8th, and then we have Pedals in 9th, and Dubs a little bit further back in 10th in my favourite car, the Pouchet, and Stretchy. We saw him going wild, wet and wild across the gravel there out here in California. It's Stretchy's gone crazy. It's a new video. There's movement. Someone's moving very fast. Oh, Mama gonna fudge you! He was first, ladies and gentlemen. He was showing us all the way. And I believe he's had a couple of wins already this season. And he's controlling the championship, but now way off, of course, and facing a brick wall is what Mama Gonna Fudge You looks like at the moment. He's going to get out ahead of At Dubs. Is he, though? Is he? No. At Dubs up and into 9th place. That puts old dude then into the lead here. In the Pug with Motto in the Hyundai, but oh no, Motto's gone off cross country as well, and now that puts RPD Racer up back. No, oil pressure in the BMW coming through strong and fast and hard, and he wants a piece. Another cat wants letting in from the conservatory. It's like deja vu. It's the Matrix. So oil pressure, come on then, get in. Don't half do it. It's cold. Oh, now the Ferrari. It must be absolutely no grip out there whatsoever. These guys are falling off the track, left, right, and Chelsea. Oh, dude, though, he's pulling himself out a nice lead here. He is going for gold. Oil pressure up to second in the RPD racer is RPD off-roader, and he's back on the track, but wow, he's losing positions for it. Motto then in the Genesis in third place, securing that podium at the moment, but Risky in the Pug is looking very, very racy behind him. I don't know if it's the colours of the car or if it's just that attitude he's got in his eyes. Hornblower now is coming through in the Alpha. The Alpha coming strong right from the back of the grid and hasn't had a problem like other people may have done. RPD Racer then is continuing back on the grey stuff now. And maybe he's just confusing the grey stuff from the brown stuff. Pedals in 7th in the Toyota with Raven in 8th, and someone else is going for it. It's Dubs. Hey, nothing wrong with that. He drives a Porsche, he can go where he wants. Stretchy in 10th. He was our first casualty, and Mama Gonna Fudge You, our most recent casualty. Old dude then controlling the race, making sure he is no mistakes happen. It has been obvious there is no grip out there whatsoever, so these guys have got to be very, very cautious through the corners. Risky coming in for the attack. My word, chat is alive. Big Dan saying full respect for attempting to compete in the GT86. I love the car, but by golly gosh, it's slow. Vodka Rob saying, yeah, I love it too, especially in VR, but it's not the fastest, is it? Then we have Big Dan saying, yeah, I was trapped in it for a season. I should have picked the Group 4 Supra. Edward Chase, can do, saying hello from across the pond, can do. And Big Dan saying M4 can be mega fast, especially if you learn where the best RPM to shift at is lower than you think. So Risque, at the moment, he's hunting down Moto. And Moto controlling the situation. Oil pressure in the were. He's lost ground to Old Dude, but Old Dude's been a naughty boy. He's got himself a little penalty there. Shouldn't hurt him too much. Shouldn't get in the way of his progress against Oil pressure. Oil pressure, absolutely a mile behind Old Dude and a mile ahead of this clan. Motto, Risky, going for gold. Pedals in the Toyota, trying to close in. Is that the old Toyota though? It looks quite fancy. They've made it look all right. It scrubs up all right, doesn't it, the old dear? Raven in the Alpha ahead. Oh, Dubs in. It's a beautiful car, and he's in 7th now. So. Oh, Hornblower slipped. What did Hornblower do? Thought he was higher than that. He was going on the attack, wasn't he? RPD Racer has dropped again. He's fast but unsteady, ladies and gents. And Mama Gonna Fudge You in 10th, trying to build again and get back on the pack, but the pack has they've departed, and Stretchy's been a very naughty boy. He's at the back and he's got a penalty, and he's had a pit stop somewhere along the way. Why would he pit? You're only allowed to use one tyre. Oh, maybe the tyres do wear, but it does seem quite early. 5 minutes into a 25-minute race. Old Dude getting on with business, getting fastest laps along the way. Oil pressure in 2nd place. Oil pressure, remember, started in 8th place in this race, has had an astronomical rise through the pack. Yes, other people have made mistakes, but Oil pressure has kept his head when those around him have absolutely wobbled off of. And Risky's ahead. Where? Who was he racing? Risky was chasing Motto. Oh, Motto has been for a detour somewhere along the way, and now has found himself down in 7th place with the Hornblower snapping at his heels. Shall we get on board with the Hornblower? Although the Genesis looks like it has gone into a turbo vacuum and disappeared up the road. My word, he got some good drive out of that final corner. Hornblower. And now he's going on the attack. We're in the wrong car, obviously. And yeah, Motto then making short work of both Alphas, leaving one behind and getting past the other. Although Raven not going very fast. Raven looks like he's lost all input into the car. No acceleration, nothing. He's lost everything. It's broken. It's broken. Old dude out there in the lead, he's got no problems. Oil Pressure in second, Whiskey in third, and Pedals in fourth. Pedals slowly raising through, and Dubs. Consistency is key in this league, ladies and gentlemen. Staying on track is what it's about. Motto in sixth, we've got Hornblower in seventh, and then we've got PD Racer, who has had an adventure, it has to be said. RPD Racer. What did I just call him? PD Racer. Missed the R out. Mama Gonna Fudge has caught him up though. And this was first and second, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no, it wasn't. Mama Gonna Fudge was fourth. Sorry. He got up there though, didn't he? Really quickly. So Mama Gonna Fudge you is in ninth, chasing down RPD Racer in the chat. Big Dan saying, I feel like this race has reverse gridded itself in 6 laps. It has, hasn't it? It really has. Somewhat Stretchy's back in the pits again. There's something wrong with that car. He is not happy. And I'm sure did we lose? Oh, Raven's up and running again. Was it Raven that everything broke? Yes, he looks like he's up and running again. He's fixed it. He must have reset the controller or the wheel. Old dude, though, he's just sticking to the plan. My word, consistency is king, and he is consistent as a king. Oil Pressure in second place, losing a bit of time that last lap, and Risky pushing on indeed in the pug. 2 seconds faster than Oil Pressure that last time around, and Oil Pressure, he's got to get into the game. He's got to start really concentrating on his lap times, because Risky is having a look at the outside of that corner, and Pedals, who has been slowly just plugging away, again finds himself coming across another contender. And Pedals, unbelievable stuff from the oh right, to get it wrong, you want to say Aussie, but he could be a Kiwi, and if he's a Kiwi he won't appreciate me calling him an Aussie. Oh, and Risky's playing all sorts of games out there. He is flying, ladies and gentlemen, off the... Oh, and he got a reset. That is so cruel. There really has been something busted in one of these upgrades lately. This has been the third different league I've seen where they're virtually on the road and it's reset them, and they say that it's not in the settings. It's in the settings that it's not to reset. So the game just decides to reset you itself, and it's a real... It's horrible for league racing. It's not what you want. So Hornblower then closing in on Risky, and Risky's race shot to pieces. But hey, we're not even halfway through. Who's that? RPD Racer, looking like he was going slow there. Mama's Gonna Fudge you has left him behind. Oh, damage on the Ferrari. OMG for RPD. Raven in 10th, and lap 5 is when it all died. He's got it going now though. Stretchy has parked it, and old dude is flying, absolutely flying out there. Oil Pressure, he's done another 33, but so how Pedals. Did we lose someone? Who was there? Risky. Oh, it was Risky going mental, wasn't it? Yeah, Risky was closing in. Oh yeah, so Oil Pressure, the pressure's off now. Hey, it's just oil, because he's got no pressure. Pedals is behind him. Pedals is doing the same lap times, 33s. If he gets into the 31s, then it might be a little pressure on the oil, but at the moment, oil's fine. No pressure. At Dubs, oh, what a car, eh? Look, you can always rely on a Porsche to get you there. And at the moment, at Dubs, in 4th place. Like Big Dan said, this... Oh, no, a Genesis off the road. There is no grip whatsoever, and Hornblower is up to 6th now, with Motto in 7th. Mama Gonna Fudge is slowly making his way back through the crowd in 8th. RPD Racer in 9th, and Raven in 10th, and Stretchy is still looking for... I think he dropped his fag while he was driving around. He's looking for it. Old dude doing his best impression of Michael Schumacher during Ferrari's heyday. Oil Pressure in 2nd place, doing his best impression of Eddie Irvine in Ferrari's heyday. And Pedals there, all alone. Someone want to race him? Dubs then a 32-1 last time around, Pedals 32.2. He's matching his times. Clever racing. Risky. He has lived up to his name, ladies and gentlemen. We have seen why they call him Risque. Hornblower doing a fantastic job at the moment. Hornblower closing in on Risque. Shall we get him board with the horn? Get alongside the horn, see what he's wearing. See what fashion is in this season. Luminous flashes on a black overall seems to be the way. The hot brew is good, and Hornblower taking me around Laguna Seca is even better. Now it does look like there is someone just ahead of Whiskey at Dubs. Has he made a mistake? He should be further up the road than that. So these two coming in hot and fast. 31.7 from Hornblower there, really getting into his stride now. He's seeing those two cars ahead, and that's 4th place sitting there. And Hornblower, he could be punching way above his station soon, ladies and gentlemen. And what these guys need to do is get Pedals out of that podium position, because he's ruining the flags up there. Risky is as well. Let's get him out. Risky though, tough to catch as Dubs goes off road, and Dubs feeling how hot the sand is, and Whiskey is on his way. And there he goes again. Oh, Dubs, no grip after being off. They do lose a bit of grip, these tyres. It's in the code. And Risky then makes his way back up to 4th place. And Pedals 31.1. So Pedals is raising the game. Oil pressure 32.7. And Pedals can see oil pressure now, as Whiskey is pushing hard against at Dubs, but it's the Hornblower looking menacingly in the rear view mirror of the Dubs. At Dubs then trying to keep out of the way, as Hornblower really seriously thinking of an overtake pretty soon. He's deciding left or right. You always go right, you know it. And Big Dan saying tidy driving on board the Alpha. It was quite nice, wasn't it, with Hornblower? So the Dubs then trying to get eight at Dodge. Went back to Paulsgrove. Eight. Risky in 4th. Pedals in 3rd. A 32.6 from Pedals last time around. Oil pressure 33.1, and the pressure is back on. And he's not just oil anymore. We are changing the red bulb, the blue bulb, to a red bulb. For sure, we need to change that bulb over. Ensign saying, if the GT86 wins, I'll eat my hat, followed by the hat stand. Here we go then. That's put it out there for Pedals. I tell you that it's consistency though. Pedals is driving, I was going to say driving steady as hell, but he got a bit shaky in the corkscrew there. But old dude has got this race and in the bag. He's not even pushing for fast laps now. He's dropped into the 32s. He's just cruising. Oil pressure is feeling the pressure from Pedals, and Whiskey has got himself ahead of the Dubs. Hornblower slipped back. He was on the tail end of Dubs, and now Motto is getting into the job. Motto, could be either. Mama gonna fudge you. Spectacular off in the Bueno right at the very beginning of this race, and has slowly plucked away at it, and yeah, he's coming back just like his mum. RPD racer out there in 9th. He's had he had pole position. He's had a very up and down race, more down than up it would seem. Raven in 10th, and Stretchy back out again. They found the light, they found the fag, they found the doobie, guys. Sean in the chat saying, thanks, I was trying, Hornblower. Oh, Hornblower's hiding, he's stalking us in the chat. So old dude out there is leading the way with oil pressure, under pressure, 32.8 though, not bad, not bad. 32.9 from Pedals, so matching his rival. We're over 16 minutes. We got less than 10 minutes of racing to do, and the medium tyres are starting to look quite grisly. It's going to be a tough last 5 minutes here, ladies and gents. Risky is trying to get recomposure in this race and come back on the attack. A 31.3 there. He's quite some distance away from the Toyota, but he's got a real can-do attitude, I'm sure. At Dubs, in the best looking car out there, the Porsche, is fifth at the moment, but the Hornblower is coming in stronger. 31.7, and the Hornblower playing it risky. 33.9 there, and Motto not far behind as well. 32.0 closing in, but Mama Gonna Fudge is going to pull all their pants down if they're not careful. RPD Racer, he's fast as hell, just not as consistent. It could be the Ferrari though. It could be the Ferrari being a bit of a pig to drive. I've heard she can be. So RPD Racer wrestling with a Ferrari. And Raven, Stretchy's lost his doobie again. He's back in the pits. It's down there in his groin somewhere. The mechanics are having a good fondle, a forage. They're trying to find it for him. And Raven then goes through in 10th place. And was there movement somewhere here? I thought I saw a car move. Maybe no. Am I gonna fudge? You right up, Motto. He's right on Motto's tailgate now, and he is looking one way or t'other to get by. And Big Dan saying, I prefer the Cayman to the 911. Much nicer design. It's got smoothness to it. So Mama Gonna Fudge didn't quite get it done with the Genesis, and he's regrouping and recalculating, ladies and gentlemen, ready for the next attack, as Hornblower now on the Porsche, trying to get implemented into this race. At Dubs, defending like a maniac against the Hornblower and his Alfa Romeo. Old dude kicking up the sand in all of his competitors' faces. He's so good. He's so cool. He's so amazing. Oh no, there's someone off the road. Oil pressure. Shall we hang around just to see who it is? Someone's parked it in this corner. And they might be too far off the road for us to see. Don't know. It's not Stretchy. Oh, it's Raven. He's pulled up as well. Oh my word. Is it dead again? It died again. Oh my. It must be the wiring. Old dude leads the way. Oil pressure 32.9 from oil pressure. Pedals 31.8. Pedals is definitely coming into this equation. You get the whiteboard out, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to rub it clean and start the new equation with lots of new squiggles. Start with the Toyota badge squiggle, and then write the BMW squiggle. BMW XJ 31 minus 32. What is that math? So Pedals then coming in strong. Whiskey as well, 31.7, matching Pedals, and both of them catching the BMW. And oil pressure there as we hit the 20-minute mark, feeling comfortable in second place. He's made no mistakes. He's done a fine job. This is a drive worthy of second place, especially from 8th on the grid. So where is the karma if he loses that position? Where are the papaya rules? Hey, Pedals should hold station. He should know. But Pedals has not got that memo, unfortunately. Oof. They are driving on the very edge and a little bit beyond that, I'd say. Risky again, look at him. Risky in 4th, Hornblower in 5th. He's got himself past the Porsche, and I missed it, I do apologise. So Porsche then in 6th. Mama Gonna Fudge is coming in strong. He's got himself past the Motto. I've missed it, sorry. RPD Racer, he is back in the game. He's back in the game. He's done 3 laps at very competitive rates. Raven, still fixing something. The wheels are turning, so the actual steering wheel works. It must be the pedals that have disconnected somehow. Stretchy, come on guys, it's about the length of a thumb and it's cone shaped. It's very hot one end, and it's got a rolled up bit of cardboard in the other end. You can't find that. RPD Racer slipping down. Why? Oh no, because we have lost the Alpha. I miss him already. Old dude there in first. Then we got Oil Pressure. Was it Raven? See, I did remember who it was, and I do miss them. Oil Pressure in second place. Pedals coming in. Oh, Pedals dropped a lot of time. He dropped half a second at the very least against Oil Pressure, and Whiskey is coming in strong, nearly a second faster. Was a second faster. What am I saying? For sure, bruv. So Risky then coming in strong against the Pedals. Pedals thought he was on the attack of Oil Pressure, and he's going to find by the end of this race what's the tyre situation. Now Oil Pressure's tyres aren't too bad, nor are Old Dude out there in the lead, but I'd say Pedals and Risky feeling some heat, and Hornblower has been dancing around this track. He has been hovering, levitating. He's some sort of David Copperfield, because he's barely used his tyres, ladies and gentlemen. At Dubs, oh, he's struggling with his tyres. He can't get that Cayman into the corners. Mama Gonna Fudge You as well has used his tyres up nice and heartedly, and Motto is using his, and RPD Racer has come across someone, and it's Motto, and Stretchy is still trying to look for that thing he dropped. Old Dude flying high. Ensign saying pretty even tyre wear across the board. It is. Ensign saying especially as some are FF. See, this is where I fall down, because I couldn't tell you. I think the Pug is. That's rear wheel drive, isn't it? Pedals, I couldn't tell you what that is. Rear wheel drive, I'd guess. Risky front wheel drive. What's that? The Alpha. Rear wheel drive. Mid-engine, rear-wheel drive. Dubs, that's rear-wheel drive, surely. It's a Porsche. Mama Gonna Fudge, that might be a front-wheel drive because it's French. I don't know. The Ferrari has got past Moto. Moto is having a bit of a struggle out there at the moment. 37 and a 34 last time around, with RPD Racer keeping it consistent in the 32. Stretchy still hunting for his spliff. Old Dude out there in the lead, with Oil Pressure in second place. I do think I recall, I mean, this is a race from like 21st of September, like I already said, but I do recall in the Discord, I remember someone saying they weren't feeling too pucker, but they were going to try and race anyway, so that might have been Stretchy. It might have been Stretchy who wasn't feeling too hot. So someone picked up a penalty there. Pedals has been a very naughty boy, and he's really closing in on Oil Pressure now. Unbelievable stuff. But he's got a penalty. They're just coming up to the penalty line. His tyres are chewed up a lot more than Oil Pressure's. Oil Pressure's tyres looking not too bad. Risque closing in as well, but my lord, oh, we've only got seconds left of the race. These guys will cross the line possibly, but the rest of the field look like they are going to be finishing their day. Oof. Risky got under the just about, and Hornblower finishes in fifth. Great drive. Mama Gonna Fudge, a great return there, sixth. It was a tough one, and RPD Racer is in seventh place. Not the race he was looking for, but it was fun. Motto got self ahead of Dubs. Oh, poor Dubs. And Dubs, for some reason, going all slower. Yeah, ninth. Stretchy in the pits. He's coming out now. Old Dude absolutely spanked this one, didn't he? Oil Pressure, he's got to hold on. He's got to hold on for a lap, but he's pulled out a bit of a gap. And I don't know why. These guys have slipped back a little bit. So Oil Pressure, where it looked like this was going to be a risque final lap, it looks like he's got it under control. Old Dude then, with a chasm of space betwixt himself and his fellow countryman, and Old Dude then comes through the final hellish corner and heads towards. He made that look easy. It's awful corner. I have to stare at it about 5 times. I have to seesaw the wheel. And that's Old Dude then crossing the line. Superb stuff in the Pug. Oil Pressure in the Let me remind you, from 8th on the grid kept his head when others lost theirs, and stuck to the grey stuff all the way to the end. A great drive from Oil Pressure, fantastic stuff. And Pedals brings it in third in the old banger. Take a boo. And Whiskey comes in fourth. What could have been for the Whiskey? So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, their finishing results. It was Old Dude smashed it in the end from second on the grid, and managed to get himself a glorious win in amongst the chaos and the carnage. Oil Pressure as well grew through that carnage. He let it mould him. He let it build him. It made it forge him, and he got second. With Pedals in third. Great drive from Oil Pressure and Pedals. Just kept their heads, didn't they? Kept their heads, kept their lap times clean. Didn't go for any sightseeing drives off the road. They just stuck to what the plan was, and came home with the podiums. Risky. He definitely lives up to his name, especially in the early parts of this race. He evened out near the end, but very, very hot in the beginning there, wasn't he? Whew. Hornblower kept his head down, cracked on. Great drive indeed. And like I said, he's like the David Copperfield. He levitates because his tyre wear is the best of everyone's. And Mama Gonna Fudge You looked like they were going to give Old Dude a run for their money for the win here, but absolutely lost it. What, in the corkscrew? Like, easily done. And then has had to have a very long run of trying to get back up and into this race. And he made it up to sixth, so that's not bad doing. RPD Racer started slow, went fast, slow, fast, slow, slow, fast, fast, slow. He was doing the tango, I think, rather than a pro sim race. Moto in 8th place. And again, Motto looking very strong mid-race, but I think as soon as the tyres started going away from him, he found the Genesis a bit sloppy to drive, which I can understand. It is a bit sloppy to drive. At Dubs, in 9th, he had moments as well where he looking menacing, but that last lap of 47.0 did not help him at all. And Stretchy, he just kept popping in and out the pits. He was just making an appearance. Right then, we got another race though, so never fear. If that didn't top up your meter, we've got some more. It's just I've got to go finding it because I didn't realise I saved one replay and then realised there was 2 replays, but I'd also saved a load of other replays. So we're going to have to delve in, ladies and gents. Now that's the one we've just watched. There's the other one. And then we got a view. Now, there's going to be a spoiler here. Beware. Beware. Mrs. Robinson. Mr. Robinson, beware. Warning. That's it. Warning. Warning. Mr. Robinson. Warning. Here we go. See, that was... If you could read that, then you are pretty damn good. Get the display up so we know what's what. So it's starting in the same positions, it would seem. A Raven has obviously fixed what has ailed him, and he is back in the fray. Old Dude starts on pole with Oil Pressure in second. Pedals starts in third, ahead of Whiskey, with Hornblower in fifth. Mama Gonna Fudge You in sixth. RPD Racer seventh. Motto starts in eighth. Dubs in ninth. Stretchy in 10th. And Waven is back and ready to go in 11th. Hopefully everything is fixed and ship shape and ready to go, eh? In the chat then, Ensign saying hat stand, breathe a sigh of relief. Yeah, he doesn't have to eat them, but there's still another race yet. Does that not extend to the next race? Vodkrop saying, I'm still trying to get the house tidy, ready for the surveyor coming. But on the plus side, I just found half a bottle of dark rum. Ho ho! That's the evening off then. No more house tidying tonight, or you could try it with half a bottle of dark rum in you and see how it goes. Right then, let's see how they get on this time. Let's hope RPD Racer gets off the line in a reasonable fashion. It's lights out, race on. Oh, they all look a little slow, except for Mama Gonna Fudge is absolutely flying and up to third already. And Oil Pressure takes the lead away from Old Dude. Now there's going to be no grip when they break into this corner. Oil Pressure early on those brakes. He knew what the grip levels were going to be and did an absolutely fantastic job of it, and they've all got through this time. Old Dude in second with Mama Gonna Fudge up to third. Pedals slipping down to fourth, and he's playing the wall of death around the outside of the corner, but survives. And Hornblower then maintains fifth ahead of the Dubs. The Dubs having a great start, but now he's doing a bit of sightseeing, and he's slipping down the order as Raven having a great start in the Alfa Romeo from the very back up to sixth place. RPD Racer in seventh. We've got Risky in eighth, Stretchy in ninth, at Dubs in 10th, and Motto, not a great start for them, in 11th. Now, will we see any of these guys rein it back a little bit in this race? They know what the tyre wear is. They know what they had to deal with in the first race. They now have experience on their sides. Will that alter their driving styles? Will they try to look after their tyres a little better? Oil Pressure sticking to his plan. He did it in the first race, and he's just driving around. He's not being distracted by the Old Dude who's going to try and swing it in. And the Peugeot does go through that final corner very smoothly indeed. He's going to get a great run on the Burtmer. Worse, something scraped. Oh, Raven had a little slide. Was that the only one? Because it sounded like I caught that at the end, and RPD Racer looks like he's waiting for something. His penalty. Old Dude having a sniff and a whiff at Oil Pressure, but Oil Pressure in the Burtmer were standing firm, standing strong. And the American will not be shuffled off of his racing line. Mama Gonna Fudge is getting into the action as well in the Renault, and chasing the two Americans ahead, the Apaches. And Mama Gonna Fudge knows it's a long race, knows there isn't any heroic, you don't get medals or awards for anything heroic in lap 2. He's just sitting there waiting. He's going to let these two duke it out ahead of him, assess the situation, and then maybe go on the attack. Old Dude at the moment gets through the corkscrew very nicely indeed. Starts putting some pressure on Oil Pressure, but picks up a penalty, so he didn't get through the corkscrew at all. Well, he cheated. No, I'm joking. He was just a naughty boy. So Oil Pressure then saves that first place for another lap yet, as Old Dude now is going to lose second to Mama Gonna Fudge You, paying that penalty. No, he's picked up the penalty too soon. He can't pay it. He's not allowed to pay it. He's got to carry it for a lap, but he takes the lead. He takes the lead anyway. And OMG, Oil Pressure slipping down into second spot there, with Mama Gonna Fudge right in the action. Then we have Pedals in fourth, Dubs doing a fine job in fifth spot at the moment ahead of Whiskey, and Stretchy in seventh. We've got Raven, we saw having a bit of an off in the final corner, down in eighth, being chased by Motto in ninth. RPD Racer we saw going slow out the final corner as well in 10th. I'm not sure if Raven and RPD Racer had a bit of a coming together, possibly, and Hornblower there is way off there in 11th, so it looks like Hornblower had a bit of an issue earlier in this race as well. Off for Old Dude. He's maintained a lucky off. Could have gone either way. I've seen those ones spin around and go across the track, but somehow, some way, Old Dude controlled that off nicely and has maintained the lead still. Oil Pressure dealing with Mama Gonna Fudge in the Renault, and Pedals closing in as well. Pedals, come on. Old Dude definitely going to pay that penalty then around this corner. And is it going to be enough to let Oil and Mama Gonna Fudge get by? That's the question. He's pulled over again to pay that penalty. He has paid the penalty, and Oil Pressure closing in just about, gets himself ahead before the braking zone. This could be a little bit hairy scary, as Old Dude's going late on the brakes as well. Old Dude trying to control the corner, and he does. Oil pressure giving him too much space there. Should have closed that door when he had the chance. And Old Dude saying, well, if you're going to leave the door open, sir, I'll come in. And Mama Gonna Fudge got to see it all, and Pedals closes in the old Supra. Big Dan saying, I miss how you could lose a penalty around a lap. I know, we're just lifting earlier into the corner. Used to be handy. So Pedals closing in on the top three here. Very exciting stuff. And Old Dude controlling the race again, like he did in the first race. He hasn't got the gap he had in the first race. He's got a little more pressure here. And, ooh, nearly lost it from Pedals there. Great control through the corkscrew. Mama Gonna Fudge You in the Renault is chasing down Oil Pressure, who also is chasing down Old Dude, who again finds himself in the lead of the race in his Peugeot. At Dubs, doing a superb job in 5th place at the moment. And he's being chased by Whiskey and Stretchy. Stretchy giving it some big balls behind Whiskey at the moment. Keeping that pressure on. We saw Risky drives on the very edge and sometimes over it. Talking about over it, Raven and Motto both disappear off the final corner. And RPD Racer going very slow through that corner. It looks like he's had some issues through that corner. He takes it very easy. And Motto then falling behind the Ferrari driver, and Hornblower trying to get back in this race, but the lap time of 44. They were doing 32s, weren't they? Look, Old Dude's just done a 31-1, and Oil Pressure in the 32. So yeah, Hornblower not finding the lap time so far in this race. After a very good first race, it's a surprise. So Mama Gonna Fudge You close in there, but so is Pedals. This is a tight battle here. And Mama Gonna Fudge has dropped back a little bit from Oil Pressure, and it's giving Pedals half a sniff. And Pedals fancied it for a second then. But Mama Gonna Fudge You didn't allow any space to be given there for Pedals and Oil Pressure. Happy just that Pedals is involved, I guess, just to take the pressure off himself for a little bit. Mama Gonna Fudge You, he's got other things on his mind now. Rather than getting past the Burton, he's got a pesky Toyota. Ooh, did he just knock him up the bomb ski? Nearly. I think he did. I think he gave him a love tap. Dubs wants to get in on this action as well. He's heard it's good fun. He's heard there's a party for the podium, and he's up for it. Risky chasing him down. Now let's have a look at their lap times. Dubs goes across 32.9. Whiskey goes across 32.5, slowly but surely catching up the Dubs. Raven keeping the Ferrari at bay, and the Ferrari is all up and in his busyness. He could slot his card in him at this range. And down into the braking zone, the Ferrari investigating that space on the inside, having another inspection of it. But Risky says it's not happening. I mean, Raven says it's not happening. Sir, keep your Ferrari behind. Motto in 9th place. Hornblower in 10th. Oh, Stretchy, he's lost something again. He's lost his crack pipe this time. And he's in there. He says, go on, look for it. It's fallen down in between my legs again. You're going to have to get down there and have a good old forage. Old Dude, Deja Vu, flying. Oil Pressure under pressure from Mama Gonna Fudge. Pedals was closing in, but lost a bit of time that last lap. Maybe that's when we saw him have a bit of a shaky moment through the corkscrew. And Mama Gonna Fudge You is got their sights aimed truly at Oil Pressure. But we've seen Oil Pressure surprisingly, as he's got pressure as his username, he doesn't feel the pressure. He doesn't flap. He doesn't stress. He just moves onwards and upwards through the crowd. And Ensign Newitt saying, problem for the Jag is they have no parts in stock in the pits thanks to the cyber attack. That must be what it is. And Razorback saying, hi Thingy, hi chat, hi Razorback. So oil pressure then. Somehow, some way, keeping Mama Gonna Fudge You at bay. And Mama Gonna Fudge You has pushed some of their best moves on them. Oh dude, loving this. Absolutely loving this. Can't believe this has gone his way in 2 races. Found himself up and in the lead, and the cars behind have raced each other to help him pull out a bit of space, a bit of gappage, some would say. Pedals in 4th. We got Dubs in 5th ahead of Risky. Risky with a 31.7 last time around, 31.8 from Dubs, so he is matching the Peugeot behind and going faster. Come on, Dubs! Half a second faster. That's got to be on for a fastest lap. Not quite, but the Porsche moving. Oh, we're going to 2 for there, ladies and gents. We'll watch this one first. So Mama Gonna Fudge adding all that pressure onto oil pressure, and just a little wide, and the car went all sorts of woo. And now Pedals gets through, and he decides to do the same thing. He thought that looks fun, and he does the same thing as well. And guess who's going to end up in 3rd? Enter the Porsche. No, Pedals is maintained, ladies and gentlemen. Not that bad. Not that bad at all. And Mama Gonna Fudge, he's screaming in that helmet, ladies and gentlemen. Not for a second race in a row. He must be absolutely flabbergasted. Dubs then up and into 4th place, with Pedals now in 3rd where he was before. And oil pressure, without the pressure, he's back to oil. We're just going to call him oil again. Mike in the chat saying, hi Ryan, MGF. Just tuning in before the admin meeting at 6 p.m. Loving the commentary. Well, thank you. Say hello to the admin for me at 6 p.m. Say Oil's got to change his name from Oil Pressure just to Oil, because he's got no pressure. He's crude. Pedals, that was really clever and funny. Just I didn't need to point it out when I'm clever and funny, because it doesn't happen often. I said crude. He's crude. Crude oil. Okay. If I have to explain it, is it... Forget about it. Don't worry about it. At Dubs then in 4th place. And Pedals nearly losing it. I think Pedals nearly loses it every time through the corkscrew. I think that's just the way he gets the Supra through the corkscrew. Old Dude then is out there in the lead, with oil pressure in 2nd place. We've got Pedals in 3rd, and we've got Dubs in 4th, coming in hot and heavy. And Mama Gonna Fudge is under threat. It is the battle of the French, ladies and gentlemen. The French manufacturers are going to war. It's Pug versus Ren. Risky lining up the Renault in his Peugeot. Around the outside, it's not working, so Mama Gonna Fudge You is holding on to that 5th for now, and Risky, he's going to have to find another way. Raven up to 7th, still with RPD Racer chasing him around in the Ferrari. A bit of a better race there for RPD Racer, although lap 2 and lap 4 are probably ones he'd like to forget. But RP Racer is holding his own there against Raven, who's doing a good job as well. He's had a couple of laps he'd probably rather forget as well. But everything's working still. So far, 13 minutes and a half into the race, and so far Raven hasn't had the technical issues he seemed to have in the first race. Motto is in 9th and being chased by the Hornblower, who's blighted for the first couple of laps really badly. Stretchy, they're looking for his crack pipe. It fell out, and it's under his seat somewhere. Old Dude, I think he was sick. I don't think he felt very well. I think I remember seeing in Discord, he said he was going to try and race, but he wasn't feeling too good. He hasn't got a crack pipe. Kiddies, don't worry what a crack pipe is. It doesn't matter. Oh, Big Dan's got a dash. Thank you for Fun Pack Stream Thingy, Fun Races. No worries, Big Dan. Thank you for popping in and saying hello. It's always a pleasure to see your little picture. I don't know what that picture is, actually. It looked blue. Is that the Enterprise? Is it Voyager? It looks like Voyager from here, but it's only small. It's probably the Enterprise NCB 224. Actually, you'll find. So, old dude then, leading the way, oil pressure, or just oil, should we say, in second. And Pedals finding himself back in that podium, but Dubs is up for it. Dubs is up for this. We're at 15 minutes, so 10 minutes to go. Tyres are looking a little tidier. I think it's because it's maybe a little later in the evening, maybe the track's a little cooler. And again, the Toyota, it does like a flick in the middle of the corkscrew. It wasn't too bad that time, actually. It looked quite tidy. Dubs then chasing them down. Mama Gonna Fudge has left Risky behind. And Raven there in 7th, still being chased by the Ferrari. Motto in 9th. He seems to be safe. He's done a 31.1. RPD Racer has done a 31.5 and Raven done a 31.9. So it's a tough race here. But the Ferrari's looking very strong now into the last section of the track, closing very much into the Raven. And Raven is clinging on, ladies and gentlemen, in the Alfa Romeo against the might of the Ferrari. The sister company? Mother company? They're all Fiat, aren't they? I should just say the Fiat on Fiat action here, ladies and gentlemen. And one Fiat's overtaken another. Oh, there were nearly contact there. And RPD Racer, though, maintains that inside line. And Raven, I think, didn't want to get too much into that one. It was a little skirty going into the braking zone. And that's RPD Racer up and into another position in this Fiat. Risque in the Pug in 6th. Mama Gonna Fudge wants to catch up with this battle here with the Dubs and the Pedals. And Pedals really is starting to feel the pressure from the Porsche. Pedals then, a 32.5 last time out. Dubs with a 33.3. He's found it all in this lap, ladies and gents. Absolutely on the limit in his Porsche against the old Supra. Oh, it looks like Pedals was going to go wide then. And Dubs right in it. These two going at it like a hammer and chisel. Oil pressure, he's safe, and old dude, very safe. So the Dubs goes for the move on the inside. Oh, it was tight for space. I think that was okay. I think he gave Pedals enough room there. I think there was a collision between the two of them, but it was right in the middle of the track. There was a lot more room on the other side of Pedals. So, yeah, I think that was okay. But the stewards, I'm not a steward, so that's the beauty. I can say these things and they could be wrong. So Dubs up to 3rd in the Porsche, and Pedals now slipping down and into 4th, but there's every chance to get it back. We've still got 7 minutes of racing here, and Dubs has been known to sling it out the scenery, or we did see that in the first race once or twice. Oil pressure, absolutely cruising for another 2nd place behind the old dude. A snapshot like the first race, but this time it looks like Pedals is going to miss out on the podium unless he pulls his finger out and gets something done about that pesky Porsche ahead of him. Mama Gonna Fudge You is a position higher than he was in the last race, but he has still had similar dramas in the Renault. Risky has a target, has an aim, and is trying to close in on Mama Gonna Fudge You in the Renault. And we'll see their lap times. He looks closer, does Risky, to me. And Mama Gonna Fudge You goes across the line with a 32.4. That's okay. And a 33.5, so I don't know. Risky did look like he was closing in on the Fudge, but not, it seems. RPD Racer in 7th place, ahead of Motto, and Raven was the man that RPD Racer was racing. And as Raven's technical issues come back, 49 on lap 13, was it? No, Yeah, lap 11, sorry. 49, so yeah, it looks like he may have had some technical issues again, and that's let Motto through, but Motto really is fighting with the Genesis to keep it on the track, and RPD Racer in 7th in the Ferrari. He was expecting more after his qualifying, I'm sure. Hornblower, it's had a very quiet race, this one. Oh, bad lap on lap 11 as well for the Hornblower. And Stretchy still looking for his crack pipe. Old dude out there in the lead, doing a great job. Bit deep in that corner, but hey, when you've got the lead he's got, you can experiment with your racing lines, I'm sure. Dubs seems to be safe at the moment. I know oil pressure's doing fine. What's there to say? He's in 2nd place. He took a lot of pressure earlier in the race. He dealt with it. Mama Gonna Fudge You was all over him. Pedals was all over him. Dubs hasn't been able to get close enough to get all over him. So oil pressure has done a fine job here. 2nd place. It didn't look like he was going to be able to keep it when we saw the likes of Mama Gonna Fudge You and Pedals going attacking him. I thought, oh, will he just hold station or is he going to let him through? And at the moment he's doing a fine job, fine job in 2nd place. Dubs in 3rd. Spawny Racer saying evening thingy. Well, hello, how are you? And Pedals there is in 4th. 33.5 from Pedals last time around. That car does look unstable through Corkscrew. It doesn't look fun. A 32.0 from Dubs. So Dubs just driving this one home for the podium. Mama Gonna Fudge You, a 32.0, going quite a bit faster than the Toyota at this point. So Mama Gonna Fudge You is looking for that 4th place. I will sneeze. How about mute? I muted in time. Usually I just cough and splutter and sneeze and make all sorts of horrible noises on the mic, but that I got on there. Vodkrov saying surprised to see a forward at the front. I can't stand driving them myself. It's doing very well, isn't it? Old dude seems to be the master. Mr. Master Miyagi. Old dude in his Peugeot. Oil pressure in 2nd, doing a great job. Dubs ahead of Pedals. Pedals cannot get the attack on. I think as soon as the tyres have gone in that Toyota, it has lost all raceability. Mama Gonna Fudge is trying to chase him down, but so Risky is going to get into the action as well. We might have a 3-way battle for 4th place, ladies and gentlemen, by the end of this race. Exciting. So Risky in 6th place at the moment, coming up the hill, and you can see his targets, both of them locked in. Old chap, and ready to launch those torpedoes. And Mama Gonna Fudge, I mean, he's holding pace with Mama Gonna Fudge, and Mama Gonna Fudge You is going a lot faster than Pedals was. So you would think that as soon as he gets up to the back of the Pedals, then it's Risky's going to take his chances. Risky, he likes to brake on that dust, doesn't he? Oh no, and Pedals has got a penalty as well. It makes his life even more difficult down this straight, and that is a shoe-in, surely, for Mama Gonna Fudge You and possibly Risky. And poor old Pedals there. There couldn't have been a worse time to get a penalty for him. And he's going out wide to swing it in, and oh, I thought Risky was going to shove his nose in. There he is, as Pedals loses the rear derriere of the Supra, and Risky up as is Mama Gonna Fudge, and Pedals then was 3rd, then 4th, now in 6th. Might be all right. Motto's quite a way behind Pedals. You might be okay. But poor Pedals there, losing a hell of a lot of places, a lot of points. Old dude, keeping it steady. Eddie out there in the front. He's going to get another lap after this one. The clock isn't going to hit the 25 mark, I am sure, before he gets there. Oh my God, I might be wrong. No, of course not. Ooh. Yeah, you should get there before the clock runs out. So Mama Gunner Fudge just about to start his final lap of the race. And oil pressure then coming across the line. And he's going to get another lap in after this. With Dubs as well in that podium drive, doing a great job. And he crosses the line. Mama Gunner Fudge, are they going to get another opportunity to try and get the podium? Oh, it let him through, and I reckon the time had gone, and Risky. They've stopped pedals at 6th place, so Motto heading towards 7th now. Mama Gunner Fudge and Risky getting that extra lap in as the rest of the podium sitters. Motto then comes around, grabs himself 7th spot, and a tough drive, tough race in the Genesai. And RPD Racer in the Ferrari in 8th ahead of Raven, who comes around that final corner now for 9th. And Stretchy's finished, he's crossed the line in 11th as Raven gets 9th. And how close was the Hornblower? The Hornblower did close in quite a bit there at the end on Raven. And then we've got Old Dude out there in the lead, Oil Pressure in 2nd, Dubs in 3rd. And Mama Gunner Fudge seems safe against the Risky. Oh no, Risky's coming in. Risky is coming in for the attack. When we get to the corkscrew, Mama Gunner Fudge, not much grip on those tyres. Old Dude comes across the line to take his 2nd win of this round. Great stuff from Old Dude. Great drive. Oil Pressure then around that final corner. Mama Gunner Fudge is still ahead of Risky at the moment. Oil Pressure, great drive. 2 double twos. And Dubs, a podium for the Porsche driver. Beautiful stuff. Well done, Dubs. And Mama Gunner Fudge does hold on ahead of Risky, even though Risky is coming in with a belly full of fire. And there you go. Woo, what a race. Fantastic stuff. Vodkrop saying it is front wheel drive, isn't it, the Peugeot? I believe so. Spawning Racer saying, yeah, 1.6 turbo front wheel drive. And Vodkrop saying Peugeot should, I say. Don't know where that spelling came from. I got what you meant. And Vodkrop also said fat thumb syndrome. That's what she said. Old Dude gets the 2nd win. And Can Do in the chat saying great racing, gentlemen. Old Dude, great win. 2 sets of wins there for the Dude, and I think he's in a strong fight with Mama Gunner Fudge You in the championship, so that's going to get him closer to that situation. Oil Pressure, 2 twos there. Lads, that's a great drive from the Mertwer. And Oil Pressure. Dubs takes that Porsche up and into the podium position. A great drive from the Porsche there in the end. Vodka Rob saying excellent. Can Do saying awesome commentary as always. Oh, bless you. Razorback saying great commentary thingy. Hopefully I will get in on one of these one day. No worries. Spawny saying cracking commentary thingy. Nice racing, guys. Oh, bless you. You're all too nice. Shucks. Dubs then in 3rd, a podium. And Mama Gunner Fudge You ends up in 4th with Pedals in 5th, Motto in 6th, and RPD Racer in 7th place ahead of Raven in the Alpha in 8th, Hornblower in 9th. We've got Risky in 10th and Stretchy in 11th. And yes, I did hear he found the crack pipe, so all is good. Right. Next round, I'm not even going to say next week, but next round, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back to League One, having a look at what they're up to in round 4. And it'll be good to see those guys again after we caught them at Daytona for round 1. And, you know, they've got the Corvettes and the Dodge Vipers in their one. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. So thank you for the GTO, the Gran Turismo Oldies, for all of their work getting this race up and running, and all of these guys. You know, herding pro sim racers is a big job. So super stuff for that. Well done to all the guys who raced in it. That was very entertaining for us. And a huge thank you to you guys that got involved in the chat and watched at this point. That's brilliant. And a big thank you to you guys who are going to watch later. And I'll be doing something else now. I'll probably pull in my pudding or something. But enjoy that after you've watched me. Nothing more to say. There is gonna be trying to get another stream in at some point. I've got the Dakotas to get done. So, yeah, I've got definitely another stream coming up at some point today. But for now, my car's got to go to the garage on Monday because it won't start. And I've got to go and clean out all the empty Red Bull cans out of the footwell. So I will catch you later. Tiru, peace and love. Peace.